Hey, did you know you can go to colinmullen.com or get art and art prints? That's why I set up the website, colinmullen.com. So hey everybody, what we're talking about today is actually entirely based on what I'm doing here. So let me tell you what I'm doing right here. There is a local coffee shop that I want to try and get involved in just because if I go there, I will probably be able to start making some more connections within the art community here. We're going to use this as a proxy for probably what you're going through. You're just getting started doing art. How do you actually find locations that you can get art out there? Coffee shops are a great place to start because the barrier to entry is relatively low. Usually you just go, hey, would it be okay if I can hang my art here? And they go, well, you know, you need to talk to so-and-so, and they'll give you a business card or whatever. I've done this at multiple different coffee shops. It works almost every time, unless if they're just like very weird about it, but whatever. So the second step in this selling out method, and again, I call it selling out because I needed a decent name for a video, but realistically, I think it would be more selling out for me to go work a retail job that I would only really do if it were for money. And for me, selling out is doing something that you wouldn't do unless if money was involved. And that is working retail for me. So I would much rather, try and make artwork by selling out in that way. Food for thought. I think I've said it before. Anyway, so I want to have a series because people like series when it's in a public place. I do have older paintings, but they're not a part of a series that is cohesive that people could go, oh, I get it. I get how all of these are connected. So I decided, hey, I want to do one on cats, my cats specifically. I don't have to worry about copyright stuff. I don't have to worry about royalties of using someone else's stock image or whatever. I can just, I've got plenty of pictures of my cats as well, so it's a good one. But other series that, I've done in the past have been songs that I like, important protests that I've been to. These are real simple things that you can have as like, okay, this is an important event in my life. This is the kind of music I listen to. This is these are my pets. Whatever it works for you, just keeping a theme on about 10 images with the availability basically to only hang up like maybe 8 allows you to ditch a few that you're like, you know what? These 8 are the actual good ones and go from there. And then the next step is realizing the price point of the place that you're going to actually go sell your art. So the price point of your average coffee shop is pretty low. Because when you go in there, you're expecting to spend, I don't know, maybe like $5 on a coffee at most. You're not expecting to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars there. You didn't bring extra cash with you for that idea. And you weren't really, you're in the price range of that you could buy a $5 nicer coffee than you would at, your house where you buy coffee for maybe like $5 for a bag of coffee that you have to go through the process of actually doing and making yourself. So like you're already willing to pay a lot more than what it normally would be worth because of the, pleasure of having it done for you by someone else, and also the ambiance and whatever else is going on in the coffee shop. So like they're already coming in and saying, hey, I've got a little bit more money on me right now, but not a lot. This is not like a high-end bar where they're serving $60 martinis or whatever. Like this is a regular coffee shop that just everyone goes to. So my price point needs to be in the everyman price range. Now, you can figure out what that is based on what is and is not selling. So if you go to a coffee shop, you go, hey, I do want to hang my art here, and they already have some art there, check and see what price point they're selling their stuff at. If none of it's being sold, go, are you personally able to spend that kind of money, having just walked into this location, expecting to spend that kind of money, like, $5 on coffee? Are you ready to spend that kind of, $300, $400, $1,000 on a painting from an artist you're not aware of? Most people aren't. Around here, it seems like, and, take note that this is in, 2024. So this is going to change a little bit. Inflation is about 3%, so it's going to change some if you watch this farther off into the future. But regardless, what I'm trying to say is that the price point of around $45 to $40 is pretty good around here for a coffee shop, for a painting that's hanging in one. Now, I've already done a video on how to price your work based on your skill level and based on your tools. I'll link to that at some point, I'm sure. That is a good video. And based on the math that was done in that video, I realized, okay, well, if I'm gonna charge 40 bucks, I can't realistically sell a painting that is as big as my usual one, because those are not worth 40 bucks. Those are worth more than that because there's a lot more work that goes into them. Instead, I would like to spend an equal amount of work in what I'm getting paid. So that means doing a smaller piece. These are 5x7. That allows me to kind of still make a decent amount of money, because canvases were $5 for 3. That's like $1.50 something and change. $1.75. Yeah, I can't do math. Anyway, and then the paint obviously costs money, and then obviously my time and expertise in being able to do that in a reasonable amount of time also costs something. So for me, this is about the right size for me getting paid 40 bucks for a painting. That works for me. Depending on your skill level and such, that also matters. If you can, prints are really solid. Prints are really good for coffee shops and that kind of thing, because it's obviously not the original. So it's not as expensive, but it is a, fine piece of work that you could put on a wall and people would be willing to spend some money on. People do like the allure of the original, the one and only version of it. That is very cool for people, and people like that. So, keep that in mind as well. But I think a larger print that is 40 bucks is also reasonable to do. If you don't know where to go to get prints done, you can go to Kinko's, you can go to FedEx, any place that makes banners and signs and stuff. Give them a call and go, hey, I'm an artist. I'd like to get some prints done. Is that something you guys do? I have another video talking about how to take pictures of your pieces. You can use that in order to make the prints of your pieces so that you can actually sell them. Cool. I think that covers everything that I wanted to talk about today. I think that's everything. So the general premise is that this is going to be my first step into this area, into trying to make a name for myself as an artist in the main area that I live now. We shall see how that goes. There are a lot of artists, and the artists are actually competent, as opposed to some of the artists that I was seeing down south, where there was just a lack of skill to some degree in what they were trying to achieve. This video has already gone long enough. I need to thank the people on patreon.com/RevScarecrow. If you're interested, $5 or more gets you access to the Discord, as well as, if you're interested as well, I started putting out merch that's DIY. They're stencils, so you can just put it on whatever you want to put it on and be happy that you have some official Rev merch that you bootlegged yourself. I think that allows for a much better turnaround, and people can be happier with the color variety and size options that are available to them. Regardless, let me go ahead and thank the people at the $5 tier or more who have been supporting me, who have made it so that way I can, do this thing as art. Starting with my mom and dad. I love you. Thank you, Wafu. Thank you, Tofoundur. Thank you, Sophia Nope. Thank you, Skelecorgi. Thank you, Reverend Joe. Thank you, Retrograde. Thank you, Pig Wrestler. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Mortis. Thank you, Michael Carr. Thank you, Micah. Thank you, Mario Pereira. Thank you, Kayla Hollinger. Thank you, Josepher. Thank you, Gala. Thank you, Gabriel Bennett. Thank you, Freak Wannabe. Thank you, Egg. Thank you, Dragon. Thank you, Chiptune Glitch. Thank you, Bep. Thank you, Ash316. Thank you, Amber. And of course, thank you, Ants! There it is. Real quick shout out to everyone that I missed over the last few while. Apparently, I had my settings wrong on Patreon, and it was just not showing me some of y'all. And so some of y'all deserve to be in the credits, and we're not. And I'm very sorry about that. Micah was one of them. I know that for sure. I know that I believe Sophia Nope. It was basically anyone at the $10 tier, like Pig Wrestler and Nick that we're just not getting their names said at the end. A thing they paid for, but we're not getting. I'm very sorry about that. That is my screw up. There's no one else to blame. I apologize. I will do better in the future, as you can see here. And we'll just go forward doing it right from here on out. Again, apologies. But this video is long enough, so I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you later.